Welcome back to another video tutorial for the IGCSE Edexcel ICT examination. In this video we're going to look at the 2011 database task, and if you're using Macs, for example, you don't have access to Microsoft Access. You need to use some different database software to be able to complete the task, and databases can be worth about 30 of the marks out of 80, so it's a big chunk. And the best one that I found is one called FileMaker Pro Advanced, and that's what I'm going to be basing the tutorials on, is around FileMaker Pro Advanced. And it's very simple to use, very intuitive, and I think you'll like it. Anyway, we'll start off loading up FileMaker Pro, so click on the icon. If it doesn't load, just go File and New Solution. Even if it does load, you need to have a new solution. Now going back, the database is called Competition. Now you will be given this database with the tables already set up. But of course for this I want to show you how to set the whole thing up, because you may have to import some data into the database, or one of the tables you might have to create a table, right? The competition displayed as two tables, competitor, club. Karen has stored details of competitors in the competitor table. Some are competitors and members of Penmar Fitness Club. Some are members of other clubs, and some do not belong to any club. So first, when you go, you create a new solution. We're going to call this competition. It saves as you go along, and we'll put this on the desktop and we'll save. Okay. We need to create a table called competition. It gives us our fields and it gives us the data types, the types of data associated. Okay. So here I'm going to go to tables. We've got tables, fields, and relationships. Go to tables. It automatically sets me up one table where it thinks I'm going to use. I'm actually going to create my own, so I'm going to delete that and create one called competitor. Okay, great. It puts it in there. Then we go to fields, and we're in the competitor table. I now want to create my fields. And the first is competitor ID. I'm going to lowercase this because it does actually put it in lowercase. Competitor ID, and this is a number. Great. First name, which is text. Change this to text. So it offers me the option, which is nice. L name, which is text. Club ref. DOB. And that will be a date. Gender and phone. Gender will be a text, and phone will be a text as well. Why is it a text? Because of course it starts with a number, or it starts with a symbol. Okay. The other thing that we know, so this is number, this is date, which is good. The other thing we know is that gender will have male or female, M or F. Think again, gender. Go to options, validation, and we can choose member of valueist, create a list, new, gender. This is something you will have to do. Okay, and then we say M and F. So this is create your value list. Down here you will have to do this. And press OK, and then competitor ID, we turn this into a primary key. So say it's unique. Go back to auto, and we serial number like there. Okay, press OK, OK. Like so. Oops. I'm going to delete this one up here. Now, that's the structure. That's the first one. The next one we want is club. So if we have a table we want to import in, okay, we just go File and import the record. So we want to import these competitors in, okay. So you go File and Import, and we then go to Task 5, Task 1, of course, competitor. Make sure it sets comma separated value. Always select this, otherwise you will have problems. Open, and make sure they match up. Now here I can see my field names is the first field, so I don't want to import the first field, and I basically go import, and let's just press tick this option here because it should marry up the serial numbers. Okay, there we go. Let's view them. If I click on the next, yes it does, it puts a new record down. That's good. So it does. So I need to select that. That's fine. So it marries it up. Then I go File and Import Records again, but this time I want to import the club as a comma separated value, which is good. I'm selecting there, open. And this time I don't want to go into the target, these fields. I want it as a new table, and don't import the first record because I can see these are the field names, which is good. Import it. We now have two tables. Simple. Okay. I'm just going to check about the. I don't believe I do. Nope. Oh yeah, I have to create a link, so I'm not going to do that yet. Down here, new competitor needs to be added to the table. His details are this one here. Okay, fine. So down the bottom, not that one. Delete. In fact, when I entered that, I should go Manage Database, go to Fields of Club, and of course this one here I want to turn into a unique value there. Okay, so that's unique. Go back to competitor though. We want to enter Ruben Jones at the bottom. So I click. Now as you can see it's put 28 because I had 27 and removed it, but of course it remembered not to. So that's why it's now 28. It doesn't matter, leave it because it just is automatically added. Car 62. Date of birth is 7th May 1985. So he's male, we know that. And his phone number is 0112 5 656 654. Okay, perfect. Then it says sort the table in ascending order of date of birth. That's easy. Click sort ascending. And scrolling down, open a new document in word processing software, enter task DB1 and your name in the footer. Okay, so I need to create a new document. So down here, task DB1, delete this one, put my name over here, and we save this as task DB1. Okay. And over here, I need to copy and paste the competitor table into task DB1. So going back, I do Shift, Command 4, select it right there, and I paste it over. So I just drag it, drop it in there, and I believe it just says resave and print. So I just go Command S, Command P, and then that will print. task DB2. Open a new document using word processing software. Enter task DB2 and your name in the footer. Okay, so go insert, header footer, DB2, delete the middle, put your candidate details on this side, like so, and we file and save it as task DB2. Now the first one, it says, Karen wants to see all the details of the competitors who are members of Club Car 67. She needs all the details of the competitors who are members of Car 67. So going back, we can see the club reference, Car 67. So we can go to find, and we want this to equal, so match entire Car 67. Perform the find. It finds them. I'm going to save this, and I believe we save it as DB2A. Save, and it just says remember to use all the fields, display the results, and copy them into task DB2A. So Shift Command 4, select it like there, and drag it in. Okay, so, and then I'm just going to show all again. Show all. But I will delete the first one there. Next one, Karen wants a list of male members who are members of the club SWA44. Okay, so, again, find. We want SWA44, so operator, match entire field. SWA44 and male. So we go to the gender, SA equals male, and I go perform, and we'll see all the male members. We'll save this as DB2B and go back to modifying. Now show only fields first name, last name, DOB or phone. So we click modify, first name, last name, DOB and phone. So, and I need to sort it in its sending order, last name. So click sending order and save the query as DB2. Display the design of this one, displaying the design of the query. Okay. So we go back. Oh, now the problem is here. I don't see all the data. Remember to make sure that the display shows the required information. Go to search criteria and sorting. Paste the screenshots of the design in task DB2. Right. So this is where we've got a problem, because in FileMaker Pro you have them as two separate parts. So we need to take a screenshot of this here, okay, to show my modify and what ones I include. Okay, like that. Okay, then of course we can see the ascending, so I would take a screenshot of this just to prove. And then finally, just to make sure that you show your the 2 bits gender and cloughref, go back to modify. We can see the data here. We just highlight this and we show this. And then looking back, you then paste them. It says here, note you may have to produce more than one screenshot to display both the searching and the sorting. So we've shown the searching and the sorting, but also the hidden part as well. Okay, so we've got 3 screenshots. Okay, there's nothing wrong. We have to display them. So for this one, you're going to have to show 3 different screenshots. So my advice here is DB2B, put a title here, put one there, and actually perhaps make these small at the same time because they're quite big. Okay. And the other one as well would be this one. Oh, drag that in as well. Okay. In fact, probably like there. That'll show DB2B. Okay, perfect. And it just shows here then it says make sure it fits in one page of A4. So I've done that. So I've fit them all there. Maybe even just put some spaces here. Oops. Put a space. Oh, Control Z. Put some spaces there just to prove you've done it. Resave and print. Okay, so you just have to Command S, Command P. Okay, and that's task DB2. Okay, and all I'll do here, I'm going to perform the search and we're going to show all the fields. Modify to show competitor as well. Okay. Now we need to open a new word process document, call it task DB3 with your name at the bottom. Okay, so insert, footer, task DB3, delete the middle, my name in the middle here. Okay, and we'll save this as DB3. Going back, create a relationship between the two tables, make sure that you display it on screen and that all the fields are clear. So that's fairly easy. So we need to go back to File, Manage and Database. We go to the relationship part. I can remove this one. But then I see all my fields here. And we're looking for the link. P code could be the one. Well, we're looking for one that there'll be a code. I think it's club reference here. So it's club reference. So we can highlight this to here. And then all we need to do is Shift Command 4 and take a screenshot and OK. And then drag that in. Oops. Now, going back, so saved, identify the primary key on the screenshot. Okay, so that's easy enough. Identify a primary key, so that's the basically the club ID or the club or the competitor ID. So I could just go over here and select, and we're going to move this up here. All I need to say is primary key here. This is unique to that database. Okay, one there, like that. And we'll save that. As I go through, it then says for the next task, it says, Karen wants a list of female competitors who are aged between the ages of 16 and 21 on the 1st of January 2011. This means they're born between 31st December 1989 and 2nd January 1995. Okay, so I need to go back to competitor and create a new find. So here I need to put two dates. I need 31st December 1989. Right. Then I go to operand and I use the range because this means 2. And I say 2nd January 1995. Check if it works. Yep. Go back, last find. We want all those that are female. So we go to gender and I put operate match and I say F because this will say it's equals 2 and won't come up with any others. And then I go back to perform. And then I only want to view last name, first name. So modify I don't want this, but last name needs to come there. Date of birth. I don't need the rest here. Then I go back and I find the club, and I want club name, club head, and club telephone. So club name, command head, and telephone, like so. Press OK. And it says here, create a search, find all the information between the two linked tables, save the query, paste the results of your query. So okay, so paste the results. So here, this is the results. I just shift command 4. Have I saved it? I'm going to save this as db3 and shift command 4, like so. If you need to show the results, I could go back, but I won't see all of the data. So that's where I would then have to, of course, perform and use. So if you need to see it, you just see gender, go back to the modify here. So if you need to see it, just make this bigger. So if you need to see your criteria, then you just make that bigger, and you can then highlight this as well. Okay. And so when you go back to Word, it's only asked me to put one of them. It's only asked me to put the result. However, it's only asked me to put the result here, which is good. But if it does ask you to put the design view in, then you do this as well. Okay. And then resave it and then print it. So you just go Command S and of course Command P. Now I'm going to close that and I'm going to perform that and modify, take gender off there. Okay. Going back, it says Karen wants a database report based on the results of the query search carried out in task DB3. Create a database report to display these results. So I need to create a report. So the way to do this is I need to go to view as this here, and we need to then edit layout. Okay. I go new layout, and I have 3 options. I don't want it on the screen. I don't want it on a touch device. I want it on printer, and I want a report. Next, I don't want any totals, I don't think. No. Next. Then I've got to specify the fields. So here, I want show only fields first name, last name, club name. So first name, last name, go to the club one, club name. Oh yeah, I've got that in there. Good. Then do not group. Okay, fine. It says sort, so I need to sort it in ascending order within ascending order club name. So I need to do club name first because it's within, and then last name next, and they're ascending. So if I need to change that, I could just oh yeah, I could just change it here. Okay. Then I go next, and I've got to add my my headings here, so I can go next, large. So this is where I put my title, and the title will be female competitors between the ages of 16 and 21. Okay, so I say female competitors between the ages of 16 and 21. Down here we need to put down task DB4 in the footer, and then our candidate details on the other side, like so. So you've got add, fine, good. And then I go next, finish, and we should print it out. Now, if it's too big, like you can see there, just make that a bit bigger. You can even move that down a bit. And then you could then go to exit layout, save changes, yes, boom, and I can see it all. Okay, perfect. And then all you need to do then is just go to finish this off, just go preview. Now I can't see all the data there, so exit the preview. So maybe edit the layout and make this smaller. So maybe make it smaller. Let's make 14 just so you can see the data. Exit the layout, save. There you see it there. We go preview, see all the data. Good, I'm happy. Print it, and then that should print out with your task name at the bottom. Okay. And that finishes 2011 Activity 4, I believe. Thank you very much for watching.